am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Work with the Mic.
What is up? What is up?
Let me tell you what is not up. My expectations for Starfield. So I know you said you did see some of the
I watched the presentation.
Xbox showcase.
I watched those.
So at least you have information.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least you have first-hand information. I
Yeah.
have second-hand, so I have to take your. I'll try to look for it later.
Yeah.
But I was telling you, I thought it was one type of game. Turns out it's a different type, and now I'm a little like, damn.
Yeah.
So, what is it? What is it?
Starfield is pretty much if you put Skyrim, Fallout in space, and that's pretty much what the game concept is going to be. It's going to be exploration, but it's also going to be gun action, first-person view, third-person view. It's supposed to be character-driven, but you kind of create your character and what character you're going to be. I'm not sure how far it is, if you're an alien race or human, or you can be human, things like that. That's going to be. I'm not sure about that. But honestly, being like if it's like different alien races and shit, I'll probably be more interested in it. Like kind of like Skyrim could be an org and shit. It looks. My only gripe with the game, as big as they're saying it's gonna be, it looks boring. It looks like it's a dull. Like I think personally, I think I'm over Skyrim in that style. As in how boring the voices are and things like that. Like, I got into those games because of the exploration and things like that, but not the like. Honestly, I cannot tell you the storyline of fucking Skyrim. Like, I really can't. And there's 100%. I can tell you about the Night Brotherhood fucking storyline, but anything else, I cannot tell you anything about the story. I really don't remember because it wasn't that great. But with Starfield, like I can see where it wants to go. I can see what it wants to do. I'm gonna give it hope. The fact that it's on Game Pass, and I'm gonna play it day one on Game Pass because it's free. I will play it, but if it was me having to buy and purchase this, I don't think I would have waited.
Okay.
It's not a rush buy. It would be something that I would wait till it goes on sale and wait till people talk about it, see how people are feeling about it, and I know Skyrim, and from Skyrim's point, and then also Fallout. When they fix the game a bit.
Yeah. That's the other thing. You gotta wait. Gotta check that out. I understand.
Yeah. But it looks pretty. It looks good. Like it looks like a pretty game.
It looks like they spent money.
Yeah, it looks like they spent money. It looked like they did stuff.
Does it look like it was worth the delay at least? When you look at the quality of what they're presenting, forget how like it might not be boring, right? But when you look at it, like, does it look like, okay, if people waited for this thing and they waited what, 3 or 4 delays or something like that?
Yeah.
Does it look like at least people who like that will like it?
Yeah, I think people are gonna
satisfied?
like the game. I think if you're into that kind of style, I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't. Like I also don't have a lot of like, again, if you're in that realm of Skyrim and you like the Skyrim games and things like that, or even Fallout, I think this game is going to be for you, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. But there's also, again, it goes into fixing the game and the hiccups that's going to have during the beginning of the game and all that stuff too. That's going to be with it, and that's always with Skyrim or Fallout, because they always do, because it's such a massive game that they're not going to catch every single glitch or whatsoever, which sometimes is fun, sometimes it's not. Hopefully there are no like really game breaking glitches, but as long as you can have fun with them, I guess it is what it is. But
True
it looks like it's gonna be good. If you're an Xbox fan, this is the main game you're gonna look forward to, because this is all you're gonna get from Xbox. This is first party. And Forza Motorsport. Those are the only 2 games you're gonna get this year.
It will be. See, that's the thing. The reason I'm interested in it is because it's Xbox. That means it's Microsoft. That means it's on PC.
Yes.
And then without the delay, like a Sony game.
Yeah.
So, like that's kind of why I'm peeking and looking in, because normally I wouldn't bother. Like I wasn't looking forward to the last Bethesda game that was supposed to be big. What was it? Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm not.
Yeah, the online is not.
But they were promoting the hell out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they made a big deal. And so this seems like the second game that they're making a very big deal about.
Yeah.
And delayed 4 times. So
this game is their game. This game is their, like, they need this game to succeed. They really do, because they have they had some ups and downs with the last couple of games they came out their studios. So I definitely think this game needs to be really well received.
Okay. All right.
Because look at Redfall.
Ooh.
This game wasn't that bad, but it just didn't get the proper, like, it didn't get the sales they wanted. The one with the time traveling shit. I forgot the name of the game. I forgot the name.
You remember who the character was?
It was this black dude that he keeps getting killed by the same lady. And
Deathloop.
Deathloop, yeah, that was actually a pretty good game. It just didn't get the commercialization that it should have gotten. Same thing with Tokyo, the other one, the Tokyo Ghost Tokyo.
Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, that one's another one. So those were just didn't receive well, but they were decent games, but they didn't receive well. Deathloop was actually won a contender game of the year, so that one actually did good. It just didn't sell well. So they need this one to do both. They need this one to be received well and sell well, because if not, they need another Skyrim on their belt. They need a game that they could just market off of, like, for 10 years.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
Because no matter what, innovation of Skyrim has sold. So, like, they need another game like that could just consistently sell. And they don't have that anymore with Skyrim. Besides that, they don't really have one like that. Fallout don't sell like that, like Skyrim did. It does sell, but it doesn't sell like Skyrim.
No, because it just didn't hit that, like you said, because it was so so dirty and grimy, man. It was the post-apocalypse stuff. I know people also, I think there was like a lot of people who played the original too, just didn't want to be bothered with that because it wasn't an tactical RPG.
Yeah, I got you.
So I could imagine, like, you got people that don't want to play it anyway, and then everybody else looks at it and it's like, this looks fine, but then it's all janky and broken. It's like, well, I'm not going to sit here for this. I'm not going to sit here and play this.
There was a couple things that really stood out and caught my eye. There was 2 things that were announced. That one that we talked into existence on this cast, and then the other one is just I wanted that from the presentation we got last week, which was the Spider-Man presentation. We got a release date. We got October 20th for Spider-Man. So me and Jackie made a deal. If I don't make a room for the 19-inch Venom statue, I'm not getting it. If I can't make room for it, I can't get it, and that's a good deal. Is the fact that the reason why is I have the first statue, so I kind of want the second statue. But I also could not have it, and that'd be perfectly fine. It looks cool though.
Why not?
The other thing that we talked into existence was Usagi and Shredder's Revenge,
which is crazy because I thought they were pretty much done.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hear anything else about that game.
I had hope. I kept my hope alive.
Well, there you go. You keeping the hope, and people probably telling them, hey, we want this character.
Yeah.
And then they go and they get the license, right?
Yeah.
And then they get the character.
Yeah.
They made him.
Yeah. And he looks fucking
And
dope.
then they said they put also some new stuff into the game, which I think will probably prolong the fun, because I think doing the stages over and over again would definitely get tiresome.
Yeah, they added more
But it
stages.
seems
So supposedly Usagi has his own storyline.
okay.
Does
But I also see like they have like this. It looks like a battle thing where you could pick as many of your friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And it looks like maybe like a danger room type of deal where
Yeah.
it's like one stage and the backgrounds change every
Yeah.
whatever, because it seems like it's a static background, but we'll see.
Yeah, so
We'll see.
from what I got, the information I got from the one that don't have a release date, which makes me sad, but it's supposed to be sometime this year. I was very excited to see. I popped so hard loud for Usagi when he popped out. I was like, oh shit, it's actually happened. I was so happy. Usagi, I have talked about Usagi on this cast many times. Is one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite comic characters. Probably one of the longest longevity series in history. Like, as in, he's been running since in '86, and he's still consistently running that comic. I think he just reboot the first issue again, but other than that, it took like almost 30 years for him to do that. And still the same artist, still the same writer. He's still running strong with that comic. But I know their relationship with Turtles is very strong, and I knew there was a possibility that Usagi could be in this game. I didn't know how in depth they had backing to this game. Like, like sometimes they just give the license, but they're not really backing it, kind of thing. And I that's where I thought it was be. Like, I'd probably just do this and not DLC. And if they do DLC, it would be probably characters within the game. Like, you saw like the frogs in the background. You saw like maybe Shredder being playable and things like that. That's what I saw they was gonna do. Not totally
the character. I thought if they were gonna do DLC, like a pack of characters, I thought Mondo Gecko would be in there.
I thought I had
That's
Mondo
what I
Gecko
thought.
as one too. I thought he would have been a cool character too.
Because
He could play
when
like Bart.
when the game released with both April and Casey Jones,
Yeah.
like that instantly took them out of the equation. So I was like, if they do DLC, because of the licensing thing, I wasn't sure about Usagi.
Yeah.
But within the universe, I was like, this is probably gonna be a Mondo Gecko. So that's maybe the only thing I'm disappointed about. So
Yeah. I would have took Mondo Gecko, and you could have actually brought in like the Simpson flair of those kind of beat 'em games and made him like Bart.
yeah,
With
sure.
the riding on the skateboard and then fighting each other. And then I would have liked a bruiser, like a big dude. So I would have took like a Slash as one of the characters and just have like a brawler kind of big, or even Rocksteady or Bebop.
I would have figured for that role they probably would have took the frogs, because in the game universe they already make them bigger than you,
Yeah, that's true.
because they're like maybe like twice your size when they stand in the background. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, they're huge.
But I'm extremely happy for Usagi.
Yeah, I'm just happy that they went the extra mile to get the character. Okay, good.
And the one thing I noticed with one of the stages they were doing is in Usagi's world.
Oh really? Okay.
So
Okay.
I saw the background characters, and then they're from the Usagi comic, because I saw Jin at the bar, which is the rhino with the broken horn.
Okay.
He's an asshole. I love that character. He's such an asshole. He only does shit for money. If you're not gonna pay him, he ain't gonna do it. So that's the kind of character he is. But he has like a broken horn and shit like that, because he fought Usagi. He cut his horn off. But he's still friends with him, but he has to make money in order to be friends with him. That's
pretty
how
funny.
his character is. But I'm very happy to see him in there. Again, no release date, but I'm excited for Spider-Man. October 20th is the release date. They kind of gave you a brief of what the extra costumes is. I'm not crazy about the costumes, but there was one that caught my eye, and I think it's on the Miles Morales side, and it's a Tokushintu fucking style costume, which is a Power Ranger.
Oh yeah. Well, the one I saw that somebody because I follow Dan Slott, and he just put up the artist that drew it, and I think it's this one where it's like a duo costume for both of them. They both get a hood and a cape.
Yeah, it's the Moon Knight. It was a Moon Knight crossover. It was a Moon Knight Spider-Man crossover.
The costume itself's not that special, but the colors. There's one color for Peter that is super cool, and then there's one color for Miles that was like, oh damn, that's dope. Like, I like, for some reason, with the costumes in that game and that series specifically, They really are good at making them stand out.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, so they added those. They actually kind of showcase that you could change the color of suits, so it gives you like a different color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good thing.
Cool.
That's a good thing.
I just hope they get more. I'm not. I saw the first round of like the 5 different suits, and I was not crazy about most of them, besides the Toku, the Power Ranger looking one. I didn't really care for the other ones. I know where they're from, but I just didn't really care for them. So I kind of want some of the other classics, like maybe like Spider-Man, like Captain's the Captain Universe, the first one, is it Captain Universe? No, the Captain Marvel one.
I don't know which one that is.
That's the one with, not the Captain Marvel. Shit, I can't think of it. The one with the Cosmic Spider-Man. There you go, Cosmic Spider-Man. With he has the webbing in the mouth, but is also like silver.
Well, isn't that already in the game? The first one?
Huh?
Isn't that in the first one or no?
No, it's not.
They never got that costume.
No, they never put that one in.
Jeez.
Nor the Simian suit is debuting in this one. They didn't put
that was in. That was in the PlayStation one. Come on,
was.
Y'all. What y'all doing?
Yeah. They had
did they at least put Bagman in there?
Bagman's in there, but he was DLC.
I don't know how to feel about DLC Bagman. I don't know.
But I see some of the costumes that are going to be showing up in the game, because also Miles and Parker has new costumes. Also, you had a new Ben Reilly costume. You have the Spider Goblin looking one that Norman made his costume. So they have that one
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that off the bat that there's no Spider-Verse crossover costumes. To just be like, yo, the movie came out. Yo, buy this game.
Yeah.
Is there a Spider-Verse costume in there?
Most likely. Because
they had them
in
the new
the first
one. Because I know the other one had the 24 frames.
Yeah.
I know that one existed.
Yeah, I know. Like, they had the Miles one. Yeah.
For the new movie, there's no.
They haven't mentioned it, but most likely there is, because the first Miles game, they had the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's what I said, the 24 frames a second.
Yeah, and they also had they had it in the first game of the Spider-Man, the Peter B. Parker one.
And which one was that supposed to be?
That was the Spider-Man from the Into the Spider-Verse version.
That was what the one with the shoe?
I guess it would be more
the sock?
One of the regular Spider-Man one. I guess it was Chris Pratt Spider-Man.
What did he look like? He looked
like
no mask?
In the beginning of the movie. The first Spider-Man you see, he looked like that.
Oh, the first. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, so I'm happy.
No, I'm just talking about they got a bunch of cool little ones, right? So I'm like, where's Spider-Pig? Is he in the game?
No.
There's no Spider-Ham?
No, he'd be very small.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't pass it. Like, again, like they haven't showed all the costumes, so I wouldn't pass it. They have done like different sizes Spider-Man, because they did have the Mangaverse Spider-Man, he was a little smaller. So I wouldn't pass it. Like they got creative with it, so I wouldn't pass it. I remember there was one of the DLC ones looked like Kamen Rider, which was dope.
Oh, okay.
Some of the other games they showed. Which ones? Like let's just do the ones that stood out to us from what they showed in game wherever we watched. I'm very excited about Sonic Superstars, but I don't trust the 3D Sonic.
Well, yeah, I saw the team that made it, but it's a double-edged sword situation, because there's one team that's responsible for one of the worst games in recent history. Okay. At least by journalist standards, and that's called Balan Wonderworld.
Okay.
And that is also involving the father of Sonic, who is now going to jail.
Uh-oh.
So to that point, I'm kind of skeptical about that game.
I'm hoping
because that team is involved.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best of it, because again, I'm always been a big Sonic fan, and I just want Sonic.
Keep hope, but it gives me Sonic 4 vibes, and I'm not.
Yeah, that's what it did to me too.
And see, the thing about it is that they nailed the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But the movement, a little bit of it is like Sonic 4, and that just made me go.
I swear the 4-player Sonic games don't cause fights.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna cause fights.
Mhm.
you won't get kicked out the house. Get kicked out the house.
There's gonna be many a rage quit. Yes.
I was happy to see it though. I was happy to see something new with Sonic, but I really hope they go in a good direction with that. I was like, where's Sonic Mania 2? That's what I want.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, I'm very excited for.
Is that the official name? Because I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. That's like the
Okay.
whole title.
All right.
I like the style of the.
Oh,
the
that
case-
one. I thought
yeah.
you meant the other one. No. This one I did see. That's the one with Kiryu with the suit
And spider webs.
and the laser whip, hanging out with what's his name, Yagami from the guy from Judgment.
Yeah,
So, and then the bad guy looks like him. What's up with that?
yeah.
Is that something you've seen before? He looks kind of like him, man. I'm just saying. Are they finally trying to weave him into the universe?
He looks like Yagami. He's not Yagami though. Like I look at his face. He's not Yagami.
Play like we did. If you play Ishin,
Yeah.
you know they like to do that where they take the face
Yeah.
of the well-known characters and make them somebody else. So we'll see. Because it doesn't. I understand it's supposed to be a prequel of something because that's
Yeah.
what Gaiden means.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: that doesn't look like a real story. It looks like some made-up shit. It looks like when did Kiryu ever become a super spy? When he puts on glasses like Superman to
if-
hide his identity.
If this game goes into like a trilogy of this Kiryu being a secret agent, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
The fact that they're not the fact that Judgment is not happening again, I'm fine with this being the spinoff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
It looks like it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how people feel because I know Yagami has a lot of fans, and now he looks like the villain.
Yeah. But I'm actually excited about that. And then yesterday we got the trailer for Like a Dragon 8, which is Infinity Money.
That's what it's called, Infinity Money.
And you just see
Not
it,
infinite money. It's called Infinity Money.
and you get a buck ass naked Yagami. Not Yagami, Ichiban.
Ichiban.
Yeah.
What happened at the end of the game that he ends up like that?
Most likely he's broke again,
Oh, okay.
and they left his ass at the beach.
Oh,
That's pretty much what it is. I think is gonna happen, is that he probably got too happy and too drunk, and they fucked him up and left his ass on the beach with no clothes.
gotcha.
But this shit had me rolling. I'm like, what? Why?
Mhm.
But you saw all of Ichiban. I actually like Ichiban as a character too. I'm actually happy he's taking the lead. He's a funny character. He's very like optimistic but very funny character. So I'm actually happy the direction is going. And then Kiryu with a new hairdo kind of looks weird, but it looks great. I'm just excited to see it. We get so you got Gaiden coming out November 9th. And then you got Like a Dragon 8, which should be sometime first quarter. So I can see March,
Mhm,
April. That's usually what was the Like a Dragon came out February, so like I can see it around that date.
Why not? Why not? Don't put them too close together.
What are the ones that stood out? Oh, Final Fantasy 7. That's the one you wanted.
Wasn't that like that doesn't really count because that was at the end of the damn show.
Yeah, but it did. It got everyone. It got everyone's.
It
Everyone
was
happy.
at the. I mean, at least they said something because for the longest time they haven't said anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it wasn't coming out this year,
Yeah.
which is good because that means they have time to cook it. So let them do it, please.
You saw the.
I want all the HD textures everywhere.
Yeah.
Always call that game out because there's still even in the PC version there's some textures that you have to go download mods because they're just low res textures and it's like why you ain't fix this, why you ain't do that.
So shout outs to Final Fantasy like with 7, but 16's demo's out. If you have not downloaded it, it's on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So if you want to download it and try it, I downloaded it. I haven't tried it yet. The Exo Primal. You saw the Ryu Exo Primal shit.
Yeah, they show Ryu and Guile but the Street Fighter 6 version, so
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, That's some good cross branding.
That's
I hope they have more suits for different games.
most likely. I definitely see a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Um,
But like maybe a Devil May Cry one, maybe a Dino Crisis. I thought that would have been the first one.
funny
be
shit
honest.
is, with Street Fighter 6, Ken has like a Dante look.
Yeah, he has the color scheme.
Yeah.
Yep. That was one of the pre-order colors. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They knew.
I'm trying to find like, the other ones that caught my eye, and there was not a lot. The Prince of Persia. What do you think of that one?
See, I didn't see that one. I
So
just saw the picture afterwards, so I know it's a thing.
it has like I think the soundtrack is gonna be something that catches people live because it kind of has like a very hip hop style, like the beats and everything like that. But
Okay.
it's also going to be a side scroller, not like a regular like how the last ones were. This is gonna be a side scroller
Okay.
game. Yeah,
Good.
it's gonna be like a
Good.
Metrovania kind of style.
Oh yeah. Oh, good. Good. Something different.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed needs to do that.
I wouldn't mind that.
Not the specific 2D, but they need to do something different.
They showed the gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1.
I know I saw more people later, so it was good to see that. But I have more to say because I ended up getting more information on it.
It looks good. I'm interested in what it do. I'm not crazy about the tag team stuff.
Well, it's strikers from King of Fighters, which is the reason why I think it's cool. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, finally you're gonna evolve the combat with a K.
I just don't like it just
Let's do it.
because like if you store like it just don't like it doesn't resonate with the storyline and shit. Like so for instance you're Johnny Cage and have Shang Tsung with you, like it doesn't make sense in that sense. That's the only thing that threw me off with it. I hope it's not in the story, but as long as it's the regular fight game, I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't see much of the story. I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay in line because they always do their due diligence
Yeah.
with NetherRealm in their story. So that's not a concern I have. I just hope that they learn how to balance that early.
Yeah.
So that it's not busted, and then they have to fix it, and then fix it, and then fix it again. Because from what I saw for it, is that people are saying the way it feels is that it's like loose in a
Okay.
good way.
That's good.
It's like the combat is open-ended and less restrictive than 11 was, and that's what turned people off. Even though it's so well, that the feel of the game is like why people stopped playing it long term
Yeah.
and went back to X, which I understand. X is amazing. XL is amazing. But to hear that they're adding that striker element and then the combat itself is open-ended is like, oh, they learned something from Street Fighter and they learned something from King of Fighters, and I'm like, good. I like that.
I know Tekken had like a big showing too recently.
They did, yeah. They had a trailer for the fighting game tournament. That's what it was. Like it was a huge fighting game tournament that they had, and the trailer was showing off a bunch of stuff at the end. And then they were like, coming soon. Like a nice little roll of all the stuff they had showcased already
Yeah.
in 8. And then very quickly, they almost skipped by it. They announced another character.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's the dude Claudio from 7.
So I know right now as we speak, Ubisoft has something going on because they keep updating my fucking phone with the shit they're showing, and I'm like, stop. So Ubisoft and Capcom are today. Capcom is like I think around 6 o'clock today.
Okay, that makes sense.
But Xbox had a couple ones that caught my eye. Fable returning, I'm happy about that, but again, that's not until next year. The DLC for Cyberpunk 2077, which Cyberpunk is a better game right now. So if you haven't played it when it first came out, this is time to play it because they fixed a lot of the stuff that fucked the game up.
Do you think you're gonna try it or no?
I have it, so I have to try it eventually. But right now, honestly, I've been on Street Fighter 6. That's all I've been playing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get better. I get my ass kicked a lot, but I'm trying to get better.
Did you finish the World Tour?
No, I'm still doing it. I'm probably at the final parts of it because I got most of the things up. I got most of the characters to train me and all that shit. I like the fact that you could really like do a really retarded fucking character, like move wise. Because I have Ken's base, I have Ryu's Hadouken, I got Guile's Blade Kick, I got the Red Cyclone Pile Driver from Zangief, I got one of what's her name? The big lady, her Superman punch. I got her that and a couple other things, and it just makes your character so fucking retarded. And I had like the freaking E Honda's slaps.
So yeah, you have to go online.
Yeah.
And you have to go into the monster factory, and you have to fight in the fight pit.
Yeah.
That's where you got to go.
Yeah. It's
you
crazy.
You think you're the only one that got a monster?
No, I'm just saying, like, I like that customization of it. Like, it's crazy how much customization you could do, especially if you get your characters up.
And now to test your might, you gotta take your created freak.
Yeah.
And you gotta go into the freak pit, and you gotta fight the other freaks.
I've seen some shit though. It's crazy. Xbox, they showed Ubisoft showed their Star Wars Outlaws, which is coming next year. This was their open world Star Wars game, which is gonna go more into like the smugglers characters and stuff like that. So you're still fighting the Empire, but you're not a Jedi or anything like that. You're kind of in the smuggler realm. So you're dealing with characters like Jabba the Hutt and shit like that. So
they want you to use guns. That's why.
Looks cool. It looks interesting.
And who's it being made by though?
Ubisoft.
And it's gonna be an open world game.
Yep.
I mean, listen, they know how to make it. I mean, that's somebody who knows what they're doing in that realm. It's just what's it gonna feel like. That's the thing. What's the last open world third person shooter from Ubisoft that you enjoyed?
I enjoyed. I haven't liked any of them.
Oh well, I don't think this is gonna be good. This might not be good for you.
I liked it. I did like this game for like in the beginning of it. What was it? The multiplayer game.
Who's that?
The Ubisoft game. I think Jinkies played it a lot too.
Oh, the Division.
Division. I liked the Division when it first came out.
I mean, if they had a Division team working on it, I would actually be interested. Yeah. I would probably play it. But you gotta remember they got different properties. Yeah. And so you're probably gonna get that's a little bit of that formula from one of those. So that's what I'm asking you. Cause what's that other game with the Spy Kids they made? Are they making another one?
Oh, you're talking
There's
about...
3 of them now, and there's only 2 of them have numbers. I forgot what the last one was called. No, the one that's like is lighthearted. It started as that spy game. Remember? I don't know if you remember. Jinkies was all in. The white dude with the black hat and the mask. He used to put
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you play 2 or the one that came out?
I couldn't get into 2. I didn't like it. I didn't like the other one after it. I didn't really like the first
Legion?
one.
It was Watch Dogs Legion. Yeah.
I had issues with the first one.
You see, I'm just saying that's kind of the template for the modern open world Ubisoft shooter. Is those games. You know.
So the people behind the new Prince of Persia is the creators of Rayman.
Oh, so it's in good hands. Don't even have to worry about it.
The Star Wars one, I'm not sure of. They Persona 3 Reloaded, that's coming on Xbox as well.
I mean, if that comes to PC, I could probably play that because I only had that on PS2.
And 5 Tactical is coming on.
I have Xbox as well. Strangely enough, I have no interest in 5.
Yeah. Hellblade 2 got a showing, but that ain't coming out till next year as well. Then like Dragon Infinity Wealth, that also is coming, and you got full nudity with each of them.
Please do not change the title though. Yeah. Infinity
Wealth.
And I hope they put the infinity symbol on the box. Yeah. It's not called Infinity Wealth. It's the infinity symbol and the $sign.
That's right. The number 8's there.
Oh, what? To be the $sign?
Number 8 is a symbol for infinity.
Oh, shit. You right.
Other things that they showed on the Xbox is Forza Motorsport, always a beautiful game. If you like cars, that's something for you. They show Flight Simulator 2024, which also looks pretty beautiful if you're into flight simulator games. Other than that, like Xbox didn't really show much that's coming out this year besides fucking Starfield. But other than that, they don't really have much this year.
Is it? Do you still think it's real?
Yeah, I think it's out this year. I think the last stuff they showed looks like it's complete. Looks like they're just doing their last edits and lots like making it more shinier and shit like that, getting the pre-orders out and things like that. Yeah.
They fixing
it's gonna have bugs. Like I'm not gonna doubt that it's gonna have bugs. All those Bethesda games always have bugs, but I think it's gonna be a full game when you get it, and I think the release date that's the window of the release.
Can I tell you one of the most fun things that happened when I played a Bethesda game recently? Because I told you I saw Fallout 4 was on sale for like $4 or $5, right?
Yeah.
So I got it. I never played it, and I forgot what type of character I was using. But you can usually when you first start, you can use melee or you could use a gun, and it was just I just hit a dude and he bounced up into the air.
Yeah.
That's supposed to happen, but that's the Bethesda jank. That's part of the stuff that makes you keep playing the game. Now, if the body goes up in the air, freezes, and the game crashes, that's the stuff that makes you stop playing. I hope this game has some of the first part. That's all I'm saying.
So
I need a little bit of Bethesda jank.
So a little bit of the Ubisoft that's going on now. They showed Assassin's Creed Nexus, which is going to return of Ezio, Cassandra, and Connor, and it's going to be a VR game.
I mean, I have no interest. It's a VR game.
Yeah. They showed.
Unless you mean it's a VR as in the universe.
Yeah.
Or do you mean like in the? Yeah, it's a VR as in I play it with a VR headset.
Yeah, you need a VR headset.
I have no interest. I await somebody who has it. Let me see the videos. That's it.
They have
being stupid.
Assassin's Creed Codename Jade, which is I think the one that's going to be in Japan. They don't have a release date for that, but that'll be the next one coming out after Mirage. They show gameplay of Mirage. It looks pretty solid. I kind of lost interest in Assassin's Creed, to be honest with you. They showed more of the Avatar game, Avatar Frontiers. This is another game that I just don't care about. I don't care about Avatar in that world. That's just me personally. If you're into it, then so be it, and have fun with it. I'm not buying it. Other than that, like that's the things they showed. I'm wondering, Capcom kind of updated and say they're just gonna show the things that they have showed already. They're just gonna show gameplay and other things for it. So Dragon's Dogma is gonna show gameplay. The one that we were just talking about, X Primal, is gonna get more gameplay and things like that. So that's what I think we were gonna get from Capcom.
The sad thing is, last week was the last update for Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I think it was the 6th. No, the 7th was the last developer update. So after that one, there's no more. As they said, there's no more free updates for it. That usually means that's the close of the game and you're not making anything else for it, right?
Yeah.
And then they go on to usually the next Monster Hunter. But I think they're doing something else that's not gonna be Monster Hunter.
Okay.
And that has me curious. Because
Yeah.
I think they hinted at the fact that they're not going directly to the next Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else that team would work on. Unless it's another RPG. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they never made those RPGs aren't on console, right?
No.
The Monster Hunter series?
No.
So it wouldn't be implausible for them to finally make a big boy version of that.
Okay.
Which I would probably play. They're alright.
Or remaster the first Monster Hunter.
I mean, I don't know what they would change control-wise, because that's the thing. They don't ever usually just do it. They usually innovate on the systems and stuff. So
I could see maybe Capcom announcing World 2.
Yeah, I guess so. Because they made it seem like World 2 is the next name, so I guess it would be called World 2. But I wonder if it's going to be called something else.
Yeah, probably have like
I do
a cool
wonder that.
name.
Because remember, they do have like weird ass names. Some of them have weird ass names.
Yeah, September 6th. Pre-order now or play with Game Pass. September 6th, Starfield. So they are really hinting that date. That's gonna be the date.
They're like, don't sue us. It's gonna be in the stores.
Up to 5-day early access if you pre-order it.
I mean, they selling it. Well, here's the difference. Is it like Diablo where you pay an extra $20 to pre-order, or is it just pay the price of the game? Because Diablo was shifty, and I didn't feel like doing that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of issues with their microtransactions.
I mean, I'll put it this way: if you're not super hardcore into the game, that probably won't matter to you. If you are a pay-to-win type of person, it will matter. If you are a super cosmetically driven person, that will bother you.
Oh.
But if you're just trying to casually play the game, they don't even pop that shit up. Like, none of that stuff is intrusive, so you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
But like, if you're the type of person that you usually buy skins for a game, I could imagine it being infuriating.
Okay. So the Starfield editions, the regular editions, don't have the 5-day early access. The premium edition, which is probably like $10 more, so that's probably like $79.99. That's gonna have the 5-day early access, and you're gonna get the laser cutter, deep mining helmet, and mining pack. So you're gonna be mining a lot.
No, so basically, it's never just pre-order. It's pre-order the upper tier.
Yeah.
And they need to start making that said. Because when you think pre-order, you think just the price of the regular. Like, you go into it thinking, hey, I could just order the base game, get in there early. You know what I'm saying?
Messed up? No, this is something that. All right, so you have the premium upgrade, which is the physical copy, which comes with a steel case and all. That is so be it. So that'll probably be like $100. Then you have the Starfield Constellation Edition. This is the collector's edition. This is the one with the watch and everything like that. But why does it have a digital game? Why can't I have the disc game?
True.
The same thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man with the statue, the 19-inch Venom statue, comes with the digital game, not the disc game.
Oh, really?
That's kind of fucked up.
I didn't know. Okay.
And then you have the headphones and controller if you want them. They're white. They're not bad. I just don't like white.
Yeah, it depends on what type it is. If it gets dirty too quickly, that's always sucks. I'll tell you from experience, the Microsoft one, it don't get dirty.
Yeah, I had the white controller.
That blue and white Sonic one they have. That's the Xbox controller I have.
That's why I have it too.
It stays white.
I bought it mainly because it looked like Sonic.
No, it's branded. That one is branded for Sonic. I forgot for what.
It is. I remember, I did get that one. I have that blue one too. It's all blue and the white back. I have that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all the video games updates. I've been still playing Street Fighter 6. I kind of solved the mystery of the character that we were talking about, and it's the Bosch. His name is. He's like the opposite of you in the storyline. It lines up being him.
And he turns into that guy.
So he's been disappearing and stealing shit, and then all of a sudden he's like captured. And then he's underneath a box head, and he's like fighting you, and then you knock the box head off, and you find out it's him.
Oh, gotcha.
But when I saw the style, the dude, and how the first guy that I saw, I thought it was him, but I noticed that his things were gold. But then he showed up, and I was like, "Yep, that's him." And then I showed like that's we solved it. I want Thrasher to be a character though, because you actually fight him, and he actually helps you.
From Final Fight?
Yeah, he actually you actually fight him, and he actually has moveset.
Like unique moves and stuff?
Yeah, okay. You don't use him, but he has a moveset. I was like, I want to use him.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All
right. But yeah, I'm digging it. The wormhole has been my fun. It's been just in the mindless collection of things and just beating up people, walking up to them and sure you can. That's all I do.
Yep.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Other than that, I haven't been playing anything else. I'm actually, I did not pick up Diablo. I'm gonna wait a little bit until, I don't know when it's on sale. I'm not like high key gonna play it just yet. How you liking it?
It's what I tell you. It's what they call it. They call it Diablo crack. I've made 3 characters and I haven't even beat the game yet.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good, sir.
Nice.
It's very good.
I'll pick it up eventually. I'll wait till it's
gotta-
on sale. I'm not
The
looking
only
rush to play
thing
it.
I have to really recommend is to get the horse. And to get the horse, you have to go through a lot of the story.
Okay.
So do that first.
Okay.
Because the horse translates over to the other characters you make.
Okay.
So you don't start the game and you have to go through the entire game, which is I don't know how many hours the game is.
Yeah.
But it's not that. You know what? One thing I realized I like about it so much is that you can tell when your build is ass.
Okay.
And sure, they just give you stuff, and you could just walk around and put on the strongest stuff they give you. But if you tinker with the actual builds and stuff and pay attention, you can make stuff that makes the game very, very easy.
Cool.
And it's not supposed to be that way. Because the reason I'm saying that is because I played 2 characters to almost the same level, and mind you, leveling up doesn't take that long, which is a good thing. You don't want to be sitting there grinding.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can get to a certain part of the, I guess you can call it late game, pretty fast if you make a good build and then know where to go. So the time I spent making a build that I didn't know what I was doing, right?
Yeah.
And going through it will probably be like 10 to maybe even 20 hours slower than the other one. Like that's how much. It's not even that is optimal, I would say.
Okay.
It's just that the difference between what I have on the one I started with was the rogue, and I went a certain way with that one, and it was fun because once I started learning out about certain things, I started shooting arrows that made like enemies blow up into pieces,
Nice.
and the explosions. You know what? They took a lot of time on that because the explosions of the enemies in that game are some of the best in any game.
Okay.
Because they just really go flying, and that game is gory. So it's visceral, so there's guts and blood flying all over the place, and they bounce off the walls if they hit the wall if you're inside. Like it's funny.
Yeah.
But you don't really do that unless you have certain skills in your trees and whatnot. I guess not all classes do that, but I found one with the rogue that makes them blow up, and it makes and so I just did that for like the last however many sessions I played that game, and then I went to the necromancer.
Yeah.
And then the discourse about it online was that they patched that class because it was too strong or something. And then people were just like, "Oh no, woe is me! My class is now is normal."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's." And basically, you don't even have to do that much, and you can just murder everything in the game with that class. Like, it's pretty eye-opening how much of a difference it was between the 2 classes,
Okay.
and then how hard I had to try.
Yeah.
I had to try with the first class, the second class. I didn't even really have to try. I just had to put numbers in the right places, and it was just like, damn, why you this strong? Jesus.
That was the character my niece was looking forward to playing the most, the Necromancer.
Well, she'll be able to look forward to enemies exploding and boss health bars just melting,
Nice.
because that's what they do.
Nice.
And it's fun too, running around with a little army.
Yeah.
Because if you get certain pieces from drops, you can add more skeletons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, just put more skeletons. That's how you solve your problems. More skeletons.
More
And the
power,
goal,
though.
whatever, man.
Yeah.
That's it. So I recommend it
Alright.
because it's fun.
You want to get into this movie?
Oh, yes, sir. And this week we have RED, because it's in all caps. It is Red.
Yes.
It is 2010 in PG-13. It is an hour and 51 minutes. Where is the date? I want to say it said October. October 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. This one is directed by Robert Schwentke.
Yes.
There's a T and a K at the end. Which one do you pronounce? So looking at the list for director, R.I.P.D. stands out.
Yeah, that was not that good. Yeah, that's on our list eventually too.
Lie to Me stands out, but it was only one episode, which is interesting. The Time Traveler's Wife stands out because I've heard of it, but I've never seen that.
He did Snake Eyes. That wasn't that good either.
Snake Eyes as in G.I.
G.I.
Joe?
Joe, yes.
What?
It's
That is G.I.
Snake
Joe?
Eyes. Yeah,
And it wasn't good?
it wasn't good.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, it had potential.
I'm more disappointed than I am mad now that it wasn't good. This was actually good. You mean Snake Eyes wasn't good? Oh, man.
Snake Eyes was not good.
I might have to watch it anyway just because I watched the one with John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
so
to
you
watch.
there's John Cena? No, Rock. It was,
No, The Rock. Right? The Rock was only in it one
Rock
time.
is
And
in
did he
the
get blown
second
up?
one.
Yeah, he got blown up, and that was it, right?
Yeah. No, that was Channing Tatum. They got
That was
blown
Channing
up.
Tatum that blew up.
Yeah, because he was in the first one with Marlon
Oh, he was in the
Wayans.
first
Remember?
one. Oh yeah, Marlon's in the first one. Yeah.
I didn't. The
That
G.I.
was-
Joes
that's
weren't
not
that bad. No, they
That's
weren't
not
that bad. They weren't great, but they weren't that bad either.
Yeah.
Like I won't be like, oh, you must watch this. No, I won't. Like if you're a fan of G.I. Joe, then yes, watch it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one is written by John Hober and
Yes.
Eric Hober. The graphic novel
Warren
is Warren Ellis.
He's a great
and
writer.
Cully Hamner. Gotta get that in there.
Nice.
The cast we have starring Bruce Willis as Frank Moses, Mary Louise Parker as Sarah Ross, Heidi Von Palski as woman neighbor. Why is she so high up on the bill though?
'Cause-
Just saying. Jefferson Brown as Fred, Carl Urban as William Cooper.
it was weird seeing him without like facial.
Well, he just has a face where he looks like another person.
Yeah.
Um,
He just because again, the last thing I saw him like mostly was in The Boys recently, so he had like a full Wolverine look. Honestly, yeah. If you-
Why is I
They
guess
say-
maybe they saw this movie and wanted him to be Johnny Cage
Yeah.
because his recent look, he don't look like Johnny Cage, and he's Johnny Cage now. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chris Owens as Hanged Man,
Yeah.
Rebecca Pidgeon as Cynthia Wilkes, Morgan Freeman as Joe Matheson, the old pervert
Yeah.
in the in the old folks home. Yes.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Fleming as Marna. Who else we got that is somebody? Well, Emily Kuroda as Miss Chan for one scene. Is that it? Because I'm pretty sure it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say Brian Cox. Why is he all the way down here? Brian Cox as Ivan Smirnov.
Yeah.
No, that was me saying Smirnov. Simonov. Let me not. No casual racism stuff. James Remar. See, I know these. I don't like these credits, man. How is James Remar on Raiden, Lord Raiden from Mortal Kombat Armageddon? Ugh.
Yeah. That's why.
And Ajax from. Hey, listen. He was Ajax. You can't take that away from him. He was Ajax in what's the name of the movie? Come on, man. It's not Renegade. The name of the movie where they end at Coney Island?
Warriors.
The Warriors. Thank you. There you go.
Warriors.
He's the one that survived.
Yeah.
He is Gabriel Singer. But he is below Audrey Wasilewski as other businesswoman.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? John Malkovich as Marvin Boggs, like Ernest Borgnine as Henry the Records Keeper. Come on, man. I almost skipped Ernest Borgnine. Come on, like these credits suck.
Actually, yeah,
Like they
Google's
got Helen Mirren is all the way down here at Victoria. Like
Google's
she's one of the
one
main
of
characters.
Richard Dreyfuss,
Dreyfuss is
yeah, I remember
one of the
him.
main characters. Alexander Dunning. Come on, IMDb.
I had to double check for Richard Dreyfuss. I didn't know it was him, and I was like, oh shit, he looks mad familiar, and it was him.
Yeah. But let's just put a side note that IMDb did not do their due diligence with the credits, man. It's not right. How's Helen Mirren all the way down there? She's on a poster, for God's sake.
Yeah.
This
I
makes
think
me
they do
mad.
it in the alphabetical order.
Is it though? Because
Nah.
Bruce Willis, that he got B, but his last name was a W.
Yeah.
They messed up.
Yeah.
So let me get the synopsis for this one. When his peaceful life is threatened by a high-tech assassin, former Black Ops agent Frank Moses reassembles his old team in a last-ditch effort to survive and uncover his assailants. Now, wait a minute. They say a high-tech, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't remember a real high-tech component to this whole thing. That don't sound right.
High tech.
It just sounded like they was trying to kill him. That's just
high tech to them was a cell phone, man.
Yeah, I guess it was a cell phone. Cause I'm like, I don't remember like seeing. Merc, we've seen enough movies to know that when there's high tech, there's usually some nerd guy sitting in a room full of servers.
Yeah.
There was nothing like that.
They're high tech.
You know what I'm saying?
Phone. They're old.
So anyway,
Retired.
this whole thing basically looks like they're supposed to be retired
Yeah.
assassin. Well, retired CIA agents. I guess that's what they all are. Well, Helen Mirren's a different branch of military, but they're all supposed to be of that level of government agency, and they're all retirees. So that's what they all are. But apparently somebody wants to kill Bruce Willis, and then you find out it's actually, and I didn't even read his name because it's the damn terrible credits. It was Dr. Doom.
Yes.
It was Dr. Doom. It was Dr. Doom as the vice president.
Yeah.
So, and his name isn't even here. Come on, he's a known actor. Come on, IMDb, you're killing me. I'm not looking for Dr. Doom. We know who he is.
Yes.
But anyway, the plot ends up being it's actually the vice president. I think. Well, no, they didn't say former. They just kept saying the vice president. So I'm assuming he was the active vice president.
Yeah, I think he was active.
Was trying to kill Bruce Willis to clean up his mess because he was involved in something that was actually really, like, I guess, damning for the country.
Yeah.
And Bruce Willis was also a part of it. So he tried to get rid of everybody that was involved. So that's basically the rundown of what the villain was thinking. But throughout this, you basically have his hit team, which consisted mainly by Carl Urban.
Yeah.
That was like the leader. But again, the vice president's number one was the lady played by Rebecca Pidgeon. That's Cynthia Wilkes. She was the one in the beginning in the cars talking about let's keep this off the record.
Yeah.
So they don't keep it a secret that it's government. The government is trying to kill him.
It's always the government, though.
I mean, it is what it is. But
they don't
like so they just, you don't immediately know who the head one pulling the strings is.
Yeah.
That's basically what it boils down to.
So and I think that's why
like,
his name credit is not as close to the other ones. Is the fact that they kind of like the logic of the movie was to have that later. So they probably.
But when you put Helen Mirren at the bottom and she on the poster, you got a problem.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say, man.
That's
not right. That's not right. So I know the main relationship ends up being Bruce Willis and Mary Louise Parker, but it's their characters because what was it, for like insurance or something?
Yeah.
They call her. It was something very business related, and then they would just have casual conversations.
Yeah, she like life insurance and shit, and they just
it was like insurance, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how their relationship started, and then he says he's going to. Well, first he is almost assassinated, and then he says he's leaving.
Yeah.
Because that's when he says he's going to so and so, and then she's like, "That's a bad idea." And then turns out it was a bad idea because they're gonna kill her because of her involvement with him.
Yes.
So there's that whole element. He understands that after the first assassination attempt, and then it's this weird kidnapping, but not kidnapping, but rescuing type of situation between those two characters. And then she's drawn into his world of these wacky elderly killers, basically. And so that's pretty much the rundown of the movie. That's who those people you see are. Is Red even brought up in the movie? I don't remember them bringing up the code name Red, or if it was a code name.
Yeah, I think when he first gets Morgan Freeman, they were talking about the past and whatnot. And I think that's where I remember them saying, "Oh yeah, he said it."
Okay, all right. So like that's once they assemble the team of those people.
The old people.
John Malkovich, Helen Mirren, around
He was funny.
even Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
She's on the poster. We didn't even get to her name.
Yeah.
Or the Asian guy, Lee Byung Hun.
Yeah.
Not even him either. Shame on you, IMDb. But regardless, that's how you get acquainted with the crew through the kidnapping / him saving her from his would-be assassins.
Yes.
I mean, it was interesting. I think maybe we've seen some type of stuff before in different movies where somebody's kidnapping them to save them and type of deal.
Yeah.
It's happened, it's been done, but at least this one is very different from that. Like again, you telling me Snake Eyes is bad was like it makes me go, huh? Because like the action in this movie is good.
Yeah.
It's well paced. It's shot a certain way, which kind of makes it distinct.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the thing I can say. It doesn't give me any type of like douche chills to see Bruce Willis as an older guy doing action stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like, and they're not all of them are, but it's like Arnold's recent movies.
Yeah.
Where they kind of make you go, oh, you can only do certain things. So everything else is going to look ridiculous on you.
Yeah.
If they try to make you jump on something, you can't jump. Those days are gone.
Yeah, I think they did a good job in just showing their limitations and stuff, not overdoing it and everything like that. And I thought it was just well received. Like, I loved Morgan Freeman's character in this. He's probably one of my favorite characters in here. I liked John Malkovich too, him being a psychopath. The whole scene with him with the dynamite ray chase running at them to do with every fucking laugh.
Yeah, that was funny. But then that scene with him with the lady.
Yeah.
And it turned out he was right.
Yeah.
That's like to me, that's one of the best scenes in the movie where he literally he saw through the lady's disguise, businesswoman, one of them. She was a would-be assassin, but when you first meet her, he's like, she's been following us.
Yeah.
She's been following. He pulls out the biggest gun.
Yeah.
Dirty Harry's big brother. Like he pulls out the biggest gun and has it right at that woman's head.
As he should have.
And he was right. She was an assassin, and she tried to kill him with 2 rocket launches. What? All right. The showdown they had at the end was crazy. Like that again. This is why Snake Eyes is so much more disappointing.
Yeah.
This movie's pretty good.
Yeah,
I can't lie. Movie. It was a very fun movie. So, before we wrap it up and give scores, I'll say which character you said Morgan Freeman was your best character.
I liked Morgan Freeman just because it's just how his mannerism was. But I liked the John Malkovich character the most because I think he just was insane and psycho, and like he was telling the truth for the most part, and just people just like, oh, he's fucking crazy. Don't want to listen to him.
Yeah. There's always one of those.
But it was a fun movie. We got a sequel on the list for this as well, so we get to see a sequel to this.
This is true. I hope it's good.
Me too.
Is it directed by the same person?
I'm not sure. I could check. I'll tell you right now. But sometimes they're
because that's the thing. Yeah, because I don't know. I really don't know.
Tell you right now. Is it directed by the same guy? No, it's a different person.
Different person. Well, all right. Well, there we go.
He
A
did
whole
Galaxy
new bag of
Quest
beans.
and he did the Bill and Ted movie.
How do you feel about that?
I never watched the new Bill and Ted movie.
Yeah, same.
And
I wanted to, but
yeah,
I didn't.
just never got to there. He has more comedy on his belt. He did Fun with Dick and Jane with Jim Carrey.
Okay.
He did the Tick TV series, which I don't think that's a good thing.
I heard that was actually not bad.
He did
Wait, that's the one with
Galaxy
Patrick. Wait. There's two.
He did the one with the dude that played Putty in Seinfeld.
I heard that was all right, man.
Yeah.
All right, maybe that's just me. I have to watch that for myself. Then.
But he directed. He has a lot of things to direct on his belt. But he did Galaxy Quest. He did Curb Your Enthusiasm. He did Fun with Dick and Jane. He did episodes of The Monk. He did episodes of Modern Family. He did Justified, the TV show. He did Grace and Frank. He did a lot of TV show stuff. But movie wise,
okay.
he has a decent belt.
So it sounds like he got some good comedy stuff on there.
Yeah.
Like you said. All right. Okay.
And who they bring in this one? The Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That's what I was saying. The poster. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Bill
is on that
Hung
one.
Lee is in this. That's part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
Your favorite guy, the M. Bison from Chung Lee, he's in this movie, the part 2 as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the most mild villain ever.
Yeah.
Is what he is. He's always a bad guy, and he's the most mild villain ever.
So that's our. So what are you giving this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
4?
Straight up 4.
So your 4s consist of Ghost Rider, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Incredible Hulk, Losers, V for Vendetta, Road to Petition, Hellboy, From Hell, Iron Man 2.
What's at the bottom?
Iron Man 2.
Yeah, you can put it in front of Iron Man 2.
The front? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Raid. 4. Okay. I'm going 4 as well, and I put it under From Hell. So, our next movie on this list will be Super.
Okay, that's a good one.
I remember seeing it once. I don't remember it very much, but I know James Gunn is the director of it.
Okay.
So let me go.
I just know it is a violent movie.
Yeah, I love the violence.
So.
All right, so we got next movie will be Super. Then after that will be Green Hornet. We'll be starting the 2011 movies, and we'll go with Green Hornet. Oh, that's how we'll do it then. So last movie of 2010 will be Super. Then we'll be going to 2011, and we got Green Hornet, I Am Number 4, Thor, X-Men First Class, Green Lantern, Captain America, Cowboys and Aliens, Conan the Barbarian, Ghost, and Conan the Barbarian will wrap up 2011.
Okay. All right.
So those are our next bunch of movies coming up. The Green Lantern,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not looking forward to at all.
No.
All right. I guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc, that is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, that is YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and WordPress.
Yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok of Mark the Mic. We do a lot of figure photography and everything like that, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. Shout outs to Tenacious T and Jeremy Sharacha. They do a podcast called Popcorny on Spotify. Definitely give them a like and check them out. It's all pop culture, whatever, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.